Welcome to my off-grid adventures. I'm Frank. My puppy Pumpkin might be making an appearance in this video, and the two of us are glad that you're here with us today, though we are always a little bit sad when this day comes. It is in the low 30s here in Michigan in late November, and it's very windy today. Definitely the coldest wind chill factor that I've had yet this year. I put the Reflectix insulation in most of the windows in our RV, but now I have to do something with this window. I decided I don't want to block it, even though the Reflectix insulation would make it warmer and more efficient in here. I don't want to lose that view. That's why you have an off-grid RV, right? You want to be outside and be able to look at it. So I'm going to try something that I bought last year but never installed, and that's this Duck brand heavy-duty window kit. And really it's just a rolled up sheet that I think is folded over once or twice of plastic, clear plastic, and a roll of double-sided tape. Now the reason I didn't put this up last year is I was worried about creating a little bit of damage to the RV by leaving some sticky residue when this is taken off. But I've done so many things to this RV since last year that are more substantial than a little bit of gooey gunk on the rim of my window, and I just don't feel like it's that big of a deal to do it now. So we're going to put this on and hope that it will help with keeping it warmer but not obstructing our view, and we'll see how it goes. What I think that we need is just the kit that we have. I'm assuming I'm going to need a pair of scissors, and then they recommend either that was Pumpkin there hitting my tripod, and I think they either recommend a hair dryer or one of these heater units. What are they called? I don't even know. A heat gun? There you go, a heat gun. I happen to have a cordless one, but they're a lot cheaper if you get a corded one, or probably a hair dryer would work as well. I just happen to have this already. So hopefully that's all we need, and I'm assuming the first step is to cut the plastic to size and then apply the double-sided tape, and after that we will attach it and dry it, and hopefully it will shrink. Here's my puppy. Hi, Pumpkin. I was hoping you'd come. Yeah, you're the star of this channel, aren't you? You're my good girl. So let's get started, and let's look at the directions first. Yeah, sometimes we look at directions, Pumpkin. Not often. I just want to know how much gap to leave. Like, are you supposed to have it loose a little bit before you cut it, or are you supposed to cut it right to the edge? I know when it shrinks, it's got to have a little room. So let's read the directions here. This puppy really likes to be up here. She loves to put her paws up here and look out for those mischievous squirrels that need to be barked at. So it doesn't recommend measuring and cutting it. It's something that you just do to fit it to size, starting with putting the tape on the top. So we will do that. Let's get going. We're going to do it. I'm going to do this in either 3 sections, or I might just do the top section. I'm just figuring stuff out as we go. We're going to do one big piece because it's flat with the exception of these knobs. Maybe we should also dry the condensation off the windows before we go any further. Speaking of condensation, I purchased a small dehumidifier last year hoping it would eliminate or reduce the condensation on the windows, and it really didn't do a good job. I've tried to find a different one that I can purchase that would work better, but they all have bad reviews, and I just can't get myself to try it again. If you have one that is small and effective, would you please leave a note in the comments so that I can get one of those and hopefully protect my RV a little bit better. Wow, this needed cleaned anyway. Let's try using this. I'm just at a loss for words of what these tools are. This is a Laser Pro infrared thermometer, and I'm not really sure what to point it at. Last time I did a video on the Reflectix, people said that you really can't point it at the glass. So let's point it at the, another struggle with words, whatever the base or the trim is around there. 63.3. And after we put this up, we will check that again and see if it's changed any. I don't know if that's going to be a good gauge of the success of this or not, but it'll at least give us something. The first step is to take this and apply it to that top edge of the window. Have you used this before and had any trouble with it leaving residue or not working at all, not being sticky or tacky enough? I'd love to know more about your experience. Please let me know in the comments. A little tough to get around that because it won't go any further back. It's tight. Let's just make it happen. I'm surprised it doesn't seem super tacky. Hopefully it's not because of it being old. Apply a little bit more pressure now. Separate that backside. Okay, I'll just take this little bit of red tape off so that we can unroll this, and it is folded, so we want to make sure the end that isn't with the fold is at the top. It's just so hard to do something when there's such a tight space. I know you're supposed to wait to fold this down until a future step, but if I don't have it right at the top, I don't want to do anything. I'll just abandon the project. And I didn't even get it over all the way here. Ah. Do you get another chance? I hope I have enough after messing up a couple times. I do have another pack of these actually I can use. I hope that the heat gun covers a multitude of sins and shrinks this tight so that the wrinkles aren't there. Cut this too short. Nothing has been easy for me the last week. Projects that should have literally taken 5 minutes have been taking a day. They don't have the tools or I do something wrong. That should be just right. I'm just going to cut the excess since I know I'm not going to need that. It's just going to get in the way. Doing this project is one way to get warm. I don't think it matters which side you do first. I'm just going to do this one over here. In this case, I'm just going to round the corner and not cut it and just keep going up. I think I can. So that's what it looks like right now. What do you think it will look like when we shrink it? Think it'll tighten up, or do you think it will fall off because I made it too tight? Got our heat gun, and we'll get started. Definitely see it shrinking and coming a bit straighter. Open out some of the folds and wrinkles. I don't think it has to be perfect. It's like a decent view. Oh yeah, that's coming out nice. I'm not going to push it too much because it might pull away because I don't think I did this perfectly. I don't want it to pull away from the tape. Oh, nice. Oh, shoot, just put a hole through it. 2 holes. Press my luck. Is there such a thing as patching this with packing tape or something? I think I have some in the car. Yes, I do. It looks good. It doesn't look as good as it would without a hole, but it's better than starting over. Let's heat a little bit more. Want to heat a little more, Pumpkin? Am I pressing my luck again? Maybe. I'll probably regret this. I think a hairdryer would be a better tool for this. I can tell that if we did this right and we're patient, it would work really well and you'd hardly notice it's there. And I'm happy enough to say that it's close enough for me. If it doesn't make a difference, I'll take it down. Kind of an oddly satisfying thing to do, watching those wrinkles kind of disappear. All right, I'm done pressing my luck. Let me show you the final result compared to the wrinkles that we had before. It's definitely better than before we heated it up. And I have a decent view outside. There's still condensation in there, but hopefully it'll go away. Was that hard work, Pumpkin? It was hard work for you? Was it? And the spot that we scanned before was right here. And I'm going to do it again. Isn't that colder than before? Maybe we need to give it some time. I'm not sure that that's a good way to judge it. I think it has to slow down some of the wind and protect and insulate the RV from the cold. So I'm gonna leave it and call it a successful, honey, that's my mic. You want some camera time? Say, I'm the star of this channel. Can you say that? Well, I'm gonna call that a successful project and we'll let you know in the comments if it doesn't work out. But if you'd like to see more content about RVs, living off-grid in Michigan, or product reviews like this, please subscribe. Pumpkin and I would love to have you join us. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.